Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, WAFULA Chebukati's health condition seems to have taken center stage, and so many people in the social media or social platform seems to be talking about WAFULA Chebukati. But there is great concern that the family of WAFULA Chebukati is still mum on this issue. If you checked what is happening on the Twitter section, many people have been talking about the health condition, the deteriorating health condition. Someone talked about brain tumor, but that has not been confirmed also. But someone also talked about so many dangerous things which I can't personally pronounce here. But the point of concern is the way people are reacting to WAFULA Chebukati's health condition. In the previous video, we talked about what Cyprian Nyakundi said when he talked about transfer of WAFULA Chebukati between two hospitals. In our video, we titled that video "Swapping of Hospitals." So in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to escalate that narrative because there are so many things which are talked about regarding the health condition of WAFULA Chebukati. And I said in the previous analysis that I will still give you more information as time passes by. So before you continue, ladies and gentlemen, please like this video because that is the only way you support the work of our channel. And subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed. To existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. So I was going through several tweets. But first, I came across a tweet from Churchill Omondi. And Churchill Omondi shared a picture of the late ECK boss Samwel Kivuitu, who died a miserable death. And in his X handle, this is what he said. In 2013, the defunct ECK boss Samwel Kivuitu died a miserable, sad and bitter man. His heart was heavy and bruised. He didn't die of throat cancer, but a heart attack which couldn't reach forgiveness. Let's wish WAFULA Chebukati a long life full of grace. So this tweet, ladies and gentlemen, has two meanings. First, it is a scary tweet because it talks about what befell Samwel Kivuitu in 2013. Then it talks about wishing WAFULA Chebukati a long life, which is full of grace. So I find this tweet by Churchill Omondi akin to this Swahili saying ati panya akikuuma wana kuuma alafu anakufuliza. So what Churchill Omondi is trying to tell us here is as if he's saying that what is befalling WAFULA Chebukati right now could be akin to what happened to ECK boss Samwel Kivuitu back then. And I don't know whether there is need for me to remind you about what happened, what Samwel Kivuitu did in 2007. For those who know the history of Kenya, you know that Samwel Kivuitu bungled that election, and it's out there in the public domain. A thing that forced Kofi Annan, the late now, to come to Kenya and broker an agreement that brought about the coalition government where Raila Amolo Odinga was the prime minister and Moi Kibaki became the president, but they shared power. The cabinet was divided 50-50, and the rest is history. So this issue of WAFULA Chebukati, ladies and gentlemen, someone going to an extent of talking about brain tumor. You know, brain tumor, for someone to talk about that, one would easily think that could that be the reason why the shortlisting of the Court of Appeal judges, the axe had to fall on him. I mean, that's why he was not selected. Could that be the case? Someone also talked about in his X handle that whether people like it or not, the IEBC former boss will be rewarded. Will be rewarded. That is an opinion which was given by one of the ex-handlers. But I think I agree with him because I still have the same notion that either way, whether Chebukati is, however bad the situation is, but William Ruto would wish that Chebukati comes out of this problem, out of this illness, and gets rewarded accordingly because William Ruto has a reward for Chebukati. In the previous analysis, we talked about being the president of the Supreme Court. That could be a reward. Somewhere in February, Mudavadi was heard saying that there is nothing wrong with having WAFULA Chebukati as a judge. No, that was a message. That was a very strong message, and personally, I linked it to the issue of the Supreme Court judges. There is nothing wrong with having Chebukati as a judge. So eventually, Chebukati might be the Supreme Court judge. Or more. He might even become the Chief Justice. There is nothing that will stop those people from awarding Chebukati that position. For this case, probably his name could have fallen out of the short list because of the condition, the health condition. So one thing is that William Ruto wish that Chebukati comes out of this illness and then ascends to that higher position. You know, when he becomes the Chief Justice, for instance, if he becomes the Chief Justice, for instance, and we know that whoever will be installed at the IEBC boss will be someone who will favor the Kenya Kwanza. Now, if that is going to happen, you know, the person will be installed to favor the Kenya Kwanza at the IEBC as the IEBC boss. And there should the bungling of elections similar to what happened with SMARTMATEC, because at the moment SMARTMATEC is, I think, is the only system that will work here in Kenya again in 2027, because there have been no indication of changing that system. That is why I think the Kenya Kwanza people are also not keen on installing a new IEBC boss. So they want maybe time to, wakati uishe, so that by the time they install an IEBC boss, hakutakuwa na ile window for bringing on board another system. So maybe SMARTMATEC will be forced to also, carry out our election just like it did previously. So that means there will be another bungling of elections.
You know that the Cybercrime Investigation and the Coordinating Center, CICC, in the Philippines after the 2016 elections called on SMARTMATEC. It compromised the elections which led to the election of President Rodrigo Duterte. Did you know that in Uganda, the biometric voter kits failed, forcing the election officials to revert to the manual voter system? Did you know that in Venezuela, in Latin America in 2017, SMARTMATEC on its own acknowledged that the turnout voter figures were manipulated by at least 1 million voters? Did you establish this before you awarded the contract?
No, because I rely on the evaluation committee after they do the due diligence and they provide me with the report. That is what I rely on.
So if these people install their own IEBC boss, for instance, someone will work like Chebukati, and then they install Chebukati as a Chief Justice, then this would be a mathematical calculation that will work on the favor of those people. Because one thing I know for sure is that the IEBC will okay the elections, and then when this petition is taken to the courts, then Chebukati is there, the Chief Justice. I mean, what do you expect to happen, ladies and gentlemen? You expect that again, the nullification of the petition will take place, just akin to what happened during Martha Kome's election petition. That petition from the contestant will be nullified, and that will give William Ruto another chance in government. That is the mathematics. So that explains why nobody seems to be, wishing WAFULA Chebukati quick recovery. Very few people. In fact, I only stumbled upon one person. The rest, they have been given their own side of the story. Someone talking about what WAFULA Chebukati did as far as bungling. So now they are saying that whatever he's going through, he should go through it because he put Kenyans in a mess. So I don't know about you. What do you think about that narrative that Chebukati put Kenyans in a mess? Just go below the comment section and tell us what do you think about that part. So perhaps if you watch this video and you're not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Till you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.